One of the big stock risers of this summer, Jaylen Collingwood, who has now locked in multiple official visits. Collingwood played on the summer circuit for, I think it's New World, which is an Adidas team on the Adidas circuit. Plays at Sidwell Academy, has locked in five official visits, one of them being to the Michigan State Spartans. He will be taking official visits to Mississippi State, Ohio State, Michigan State, Texas Tech, Vanderbilt. He's also considering visits to Butler and Maryland as well. So a very wide variety, interesting schools on this list. Now Jaylen has seen his recruitment kind of get a real big boost towards the end of the summer. This kid is 6'5" and he knows how to score the basketball. He's got some like little midi to his game. He's got some athleticism. And one of my favorite parts about his game outside of basketball, I love players who get buckets and let you know that they just busted your ass. And I feel like Jalen's got a little bit of that to his game. Very interesting kind of list of schools here. Dion, I'll throw it to you because I'm looking at a list of schools here that is Mississippi State, Ohio State, Michigan State, Texas Tech, and Vanderbilt. I mean that's all different sides of the spectrum right there.
I mean, well, so he's a late riser, right?
Hmm.
From the clips I see, I like his game. I'm very confused, like where he's at. 150th player in the country. If that's the 150th player in the country, I mean, 2026 that's a very good recruiting class. Plain and simple, he looks really good. Like he's bouncy, lets you know he's bouncy, by the way. And he can shoot the basketball too. So I think he's a late riser. I think he, at the time of setting up the visits, receiving offers, he just would have went anywhere that was like power five, power four, whatever, however you want to describe it. You know what I mean? So I just feel like he was going wherever was interested. Um, if he were to continue to rise, I'm curious who stays on this list, who leaves the list, who kind of gets added to the list. You know what I mean? So I think his recruitment's way more wide open at the moment, than maybe being perceived.
Yeah. The so obviously, I'll a hand up here. Little late on Jalen, right? I was unaware that Michigan State was in on him, and now that he does have an official offer from Michigan State, obviously I started diving into it a little bit more, and now I'm getting to the point where like I want this kid. Like I want this kid at Michigan State just because I think his size, athleticism, and scoring prowess is something that Michigan State needs, right? I feel like you and I talked about last season. If it wasn't for Jace Richardson, this team wouldn't get buckets in the half court at all. I think that Collingwood could be a player that even as a freshman, he could be a guy that could be someone who like, oh, damn, our little floppy set didn't work. Give it to him on the wing and be like, go score basketball. And like he'll go get you one, which I think would be very, very beneficial to us. Obviously, you like I stated, you have a list of Mississippi State, Ohio State, Michigan State, Texas Tech, Vanderbilt. Is there one of those schools that I mean, I know we haven't dove into them a lot, but like, is there a school that sticks out to you given like the game that you've seen from him?
I mean, I think if you're a low end recruit that's rising, I think that screams Izzo to me. Like, you go, you buy into the culture and you develop, and Izzo has a history of getting those guys out. So, I mean, when you watch him play, you see the swag, you see the confidence on the court. Um, I'm not by any means saying he's a one and done, but I do believe this is a guy that believes in himself to believe like he's going to play at the highest level possible. Um, and I think Izzo's his best shot at getting there from that group.
Yeah, and look, I think he's from, I think Sidwell is actually in Maryland, so like he's a Maryland kid. Obviously, maybe that's why he wants to eventually set up a visit there. I will say this though, Michigan State's been stuffing Maryland in recruiting lockers since I donned this earth. All right, we do this shit. Okay, so we already did that dance with the bald man, Kevin Willard. We're ready to take down the next bald boss and Buzz Williams. If he wants that recruiting smoke, I will go head to head with Buzz Williams every single day of the week and feel fine about it. I'm fine with that. I am now staking my claim. I need this dude to be a Spartan. I need him to
Think
be a Spartan. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my pitch right now for why he should be a Spartan. One, Mississippi State. Come on, let's grow up. Two, Ohio State. Who's their coach, Dion?
Diebler.
Good. All right, keep making our way. Texas Tech. That scares me. That scares me. But Michigan State's visits before Texas Tech. So Just lock it up before he even gets there. That'd be my recruiting pitch there. And then Vanderbilt. All right. So and
Well, hey,
Butler,
listen, shout out to
Butler,
Hogan.
ML, I'm good. Maryland, we stuck them in lockers. I feel like Michigan State has a good shot if they want him.
Back to Vanderbilt though. Shout out Hogard.
There's certain schools on this list that if you want to be a serious basketball player, you don't go to. I'm sorry. Like
How much farther did Michigan State make it than Vanderbilt last year?
a
Was
lot.
Vandy first round out?
Yeah,
Okay, I know I bet on Vanderbilt to win that game
I
because
know
I
you
didn't
did.
know the
I know you
over.
did. They got their ass packed up,
He got there though.
but they got packed up. While Michigan State made an Elite Eight, won a Big Ten title, Big Ten reigning champs. By the way, they forget by 3 games.
Yeah, shout out Michigan, also the Big Ten reigning champs.
Weak ass tournament, man. We ain't gonna worry about Greg's fake ass banner. But anyways, Jalen, October 3rd. Hold on now a second. Hold on now a second. Let me. Oh, we need to do some research here. Michigan State football schedule. Let's see what's going on. We coming for a football game? What we got going on?
Not going
Michigan State's playing
road
at
game.
Nebraska.
Yes, road game. Not going for a football game.
Damn it.
Would that be midnight the like midnight madness or whatever is those version of it?
It might be in that range. I feel like they do it more towards the middle of October though, so I guess we got to kind of see. And I feel like they do try to sync it up with home football games if they can, like go to Midnight Madness Friday, you know, game Saturday type situation. But we'll see what happens in any word. But look, Jalen's rising for a reason, and I think there maybe be some more schools that get kind of involved in here very very late. But we'll have updates here on the channel when needed.